So today's video is about Surya Namaskars. We will be learning how to do Surya Namaskar step by step in detail. Namaste and welcome to our channel. My name is Shiny Narang and I'm your yoga guide. Today we will be learning Surya Namaskar step by step. We will break down the whole flow into small parts detailing each and every posture of Surya Namaskar. So let's begin. सूर्य नमस्कार मीन्स सन सैल्यूटेशन, जिसमें हम लॉर्ड सूर्य को नमन कर रहे हैं, उनके लिए हम अपना ग्रैटिट्यूड एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हैं. इट वॉज इन्वेंटेड और इट वॉज आई वुड से डिस्कवर्ड बाय लॉर्ड हनुमान, जिन्होंने लॉर्ड सूर्य को अपना गुरु माना. एंड बिकॉज ही वॉन्टेड टू प्रे एंड शो हिज डेडिकेशन एंड डिवोशन and his love towards Lord Surya, he practiced Surya Namaskars. With that intention, we will be doing this flow. Now, Surya Namaskar has 12 poses stitched together in a flow. So, इसके अंदर 12 आसन हैं जो एक के बाद एक हम करते हैं और ये एक साथ मिले हुए हैं. So, from start to the end, it begins and ends in the same pose and there's a repetition to it. So we begin in the same way, then we go reverse and come back to the same point. Before we begin Surya Namaskar, the practice of it, please ensure that you're doing this practice on an empty stomach. आपके पेट में खाना नहीं होना चाहिए. Or if you have had your food at least 2.5 to 3 hours before your practice, then that's fine. कम से कम आपके खाने के बीच में और इस प्रैक्टिस के बीच में 2.5 से 3 घंटे का गैप ज़रूर होना चाहिए. So we will do this practice together now. If you are somebody who has never done this, then that's also fine. Don't worry. We will break it down for you. If you are somebody who has been regularly practicing, please have patience and enjoy the practice. So let's begin with the practice. We'll take few deep breaths to center ourselves. Just inhale and exhale. Keeping your eyes closed. Come to this moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Observe how you're feeling and set an intention for today's practice. Lovely. And you can gently open the eyes. And now let's begin. So coming off the mat पे खड़े हो जाएंगे. If you have a pair of blocks, then it's great. We will utilize them. This is called a yoga block. It's a prop in yoga, which comes very handy, especially if you're a beginner. Also, if you're an advanced practitioner, you can make use of these props. If you don't have them, it's okay. You can use 2 water bottles. That's also fine. So we'll place them in the front edge of the mat and we'll stand just behind that. And we'll begin with the practice of Surya Namaskar. For the first couple of rounds, please do it very gently. We don't want to exert because we are starting the practice with this. Okay? So consider this as a warm-up in the first couple of rounds. So the first posture of Surya Namaskar is Pranam Mudra, where you join the hands together in Namaskar like this. We will start towards the front end of the mat. The beauty of this posture is it helps you align and brings you to the center. So start with the feet. Press both the feet into the ground. Give equal weight on both the legs. You should not be leaning on one side. Then engage your knees and thighs. You feel the energy coming up from the feet towards the knees. Engage your thighs. Engage the sides of your body as well. Engage your glutes. अपने आप hips को भी थोड़ा सा observe करें. Now check the hip, the pelvis. Instead of pushing the hip back or forward, just keep the hip in center. So your body is not tilting, your back is not arching, nor it's going the other way. So pull the navel in, keep the pelvis in center. Now lift up the chest, press the palms, relax the shoulders, and stand tall. The energy of the body is going up from the crown of the head. And this is your first posture, Pranam Mudra or Namaskar Mudra. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. Now we will learn the second posture, which is called Hastottanasana. For that, we will raise the arms up, stretching the elbows over the head. Stretch your arms up and slightly take the arms back behind your head. Automatically the chest will lift up. You want to feel that expansion in the upper body. This is the simpler version. So we are starting with this, pushing the chest upwards. This is your Hastottanasana. Lift the chest up a little more. Stretch the elbows to extend the arms back. Now we will come to the third posture, which is called Padhastasana. For that, we will push the hips back. So you're hinging from the hips, pushing the hips back and taking the chest forward, extending the arms forward as much as you can. For a lot of us, this might look like this, where you're rounding the spine. To avoid that, we will bend the knees and extend the legs in the front. Extend the arms in the front, keeping the knees bent, and slowly lower the chest towards the ground. You can rest your hands on the blocks. हाथों को आप blocks पे रख सकते हैं, water bottle भी use कर सकते हैं. Place your chest on the thighs. Chest को thighs पे रखेंगे ताकि आप lower back को stretch कर सकें. And experience this forward bending. This is Padhastasana, the third posture. From here, we will go into Ashwasanchalan. You can reduce the height of the blocks if you want. Try to keep them in line with the feet if you can, or little forward. For Ashwasanchalan, we'll first take the right leg back, stretch it out on the mat as much as your body allows. The idea is to keep the front leg, ankle and knee in one straight line and straighten the back leg. To begin with, we will rest the knee down on the mat. कोशिश करेंगे हम पहले simpler version से शुरू करेंगे. हम knee को mat पे रखेंगे, right knee को down रखेंगे. This is your Ashwasanchalan. Lift up the chest. This is the fourth pose of Surya Namaskar. Now we will join the feet, come to Kumbhakasana or Dandasana. You want to use the blocks, you can. If you want to keep the hands on the mat, you can. So you lift the back knee, join the feet and come to this plank position. इसको Dandasana, Kumbhakasana, Falakasana सब कह सकते हैं. This is the fifth posture. From here, we pull the navel in, engage the arms, chest away from the mat, push the heels back, head going forward. From here, we will rest the knees on the mat. Now we will practice Ashtang Namaskar, which is the sixth posture. For Ashtang Namaskar, there are 8 parts of the body that are touching the mat. You already see the toes, the knees, and the palms. The next 2 parts are chest and the forehead or the chin, whatever is comfortable. So you want to place the chest between the palms, keeping the elbows close to the body. Lift up the hips, arch your back. tailbone going to the sky, and rest your neck. So this is your Ashtanga Namaskar. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we will take the body forward. Rest the hips on the ground. Keep the hands there. Release the toes. Keep the feet together. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the elbows close to the body and lift up from the chest as much as the body allows. Don't do this and don't do this. So we want to roll the shoulders back and down and engage the upper body as well as the lower body. Press the 10 toes into the mat. Press the thighs into the mat and come to this posture called Bhujangasana. Breathe in and breathe out. From here, tuck the toes in, and for now, bring your body weight back. Keep your knees on the mat. This is the simpler version. And push the hips up, taking the body weight backwards. If your heels are touching the ground, that's fine. If your heels are not touching the ground, that's also fine. You can bend the knees, push the hips back, away from the hands. Keep the head between the arms. सिर को दोनों हाथों के बीच, दोनों arms के बीच रखेंगे. Press your 10 fingers into the mat. The idea is to lift up the hips and make a flat back with the spine, or bring the chest closer to the mat, which is a later stage. But don't curve your spine. Take it away. Take the hips away to lengthen the spine. And then it will be easy for you to lengthen the lower body as well. Now we come to the next posture, which is Ashvasanchalan again. Beginners can rest the knees on the mat, then bring the right foot forward between the palms. So we will come back to the same posture because everything is now reversed. So press the front foot into the mat, palms by the side of the front foot. You feel a nice stretch on the left side of the left quad muscle and push the hips closer to the mat. So instead of staying up, come down. Push the hips down to get a deeper stretch. Chin up, chest up. This is your Ashvasanchalan. Then we will lift the back leg up and bring it to the front leg. Join both the feet together. This is Padhastasana and still resting the chest on the thighs. Pushing the hips up, feeling the stretch in the back of the legs. You observe your breath here. Also, as a beginner, you can use the blocks. If you are able to only go this much, this is also a good choice to just rest the hands on the block, chest closer to the thighs. Breathe in, breathe out. From here, we will extend the arms in the front, stretch your body upwards, rise up, and go for a little backward bend, Hastottanasana, which is the 11th pose in your Surya Namaskar. Pushing the hips gently forward. Now gently come back to center, engage your core, come back to the 12th pose of Surya Namaskar, which is Pranam Mudra. So we came back to the same posture where we started. So this is one round of Surya Namaskar, and we started with the right leg in Ashvasanchalan. To complete this, we will do the same thing when we start with the left leg as well. So that makes a set, that completes a set of Surya Namaskar. Usually, most schools prefer doing Surya Namaskars in even numbers as a set. So now we'll practice from the other side, left side. Don't worry, we'll come to the breathing part. We will put more details into it. Stay with me and stay focused. There's a lot more coming. So now I'm not going to use the block. This was for people who wanted to understand how to use it. This time I'm going to go without the blocks. Beginners blocks use कर सकते हैं, कोई problem नहीं है. So coming to the second round, first we will place equal weight on both the legs. Engage your core. Neutral pelvis, not arching, not pushing forward. Center, and crown of the energy from the crown of the head is going up to the sky. Coming into Namaskar Mudra or Pranam Mudra. Breathe in, breathe out. Now we will inhale, raise the arms, come into Hastottanasana. This time push the chest little up more. Stretch your arms back. Elbows are straight, knees are also straight. Open the chest to the ceiling. And with an exhalation, you go forward. Stretch your arms, bend the knees if you want. Lower the chest towards the thighs. Keeping your hands in line with the feet if possible, or a little ahead, that's also fine. From here, we will take the left leg back. Stretch it out on the mat. You can rest the knee down if you feel this is too intense. Or if you feel this is good, you can lift the back knee up, stretching the back leg. Push the heel of the back leg away from you, chest away from the mat. Push both the palms into the ground. You breathe in and breathe out. This is Ashvasanchalan. Then we will join the feet and come to this plank position where we are holding this diagonal line which we are forming from crown of the head to the heels. Pull the navel in, engage your core. If your hips are too low, nothing will happen. If your hips are too high, nothing will happen. But if you keep your body in center, तो पूरा आतंक मच रहा होगा. There's a lot of vibration you will feel. That's the point we want to be. Stay there. Feel that. Push your arms. Straighten your elbows. Push your palms down. Chest away from the mat. Engage the whole body. Head is pushing forward. Now slowly rest the knees on the mat. Chest between the palms. Head forward, coming into Ashtang Namaskar. Lift the tailbone up and arch your back. Feel that expansion in the lower back. From here, we will take the body forward, lie down on the mat. Press the toes, thighs, hips into the ground. Roll the shoulders back and inhale, lift up from the upper body. Coming into Bhujangasana. Ideally, if your navel can be on the mat, that's great. If you want to go further, if your body allows, you can also lift up the hips all the way up. This is for regular practitioners. You can straighten the elbows. And even if that is not a possibility, you can stay low. Both have different benefits. You can choose whatever works for you. Keep your feet together as much as possible. If you have back pain, you can open the legs from the back. So lift up the chest, pushing the palms down. Then tuck your toes in. This time we will directly come into Parvatasana. Push the hips up towards the ceiling. Stretch your arms. Relax the breath. Pull the navel in. Imagine you're sucking your navel in. Automatically, the hips will go higher. The tailbone will lift up and you will be able to feel a hollowness, almost like a Udyan Bandh in your navel. That is the feeling we want for the Parvatasana. Now take the left leg forward between the palms, coming into Ashvasanchalan. We are still stretching the right leg back. Hips are not high, they are going closer to the mat. you push the heel of the right leg away from you. So you feel a deeper stretch in the right quad muscle. Lift the chest up, open the body, and then we bring the right leg forward towards the front, joining the feet, keeping the hands by the side of the feet or little ahead. Feel the stretch in the lower back. If you rest your chest on the thighs, you will feel a nice stretch, deep stretch. From here, we will extend the arms in the front and bend backwards in Hastottanasana, opening the chest to the sky. This time, push the hips slightly more forward and gently exhale into Pranam Mudra. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. So this completed one set where we had 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar. We will do 2 more. If you feel tired, take a break, no problem. If you're feeling energized, we will just do 2 more. This time we will not hold the postures for very long. We will understand the breathing better. So the breathing of Surya Namaskar is mostly starts with a nice deep inhalation, then exhalation. Inhale, bend backward, exhale, forward. Inhale, leg goes back. Exhale, leg comes together. There's a rhythm to it. Every time we change the posture, the breathing also changes. So it's accompanied with the breath. So try to put that together. As you're moving, for the amount of time you're moving, try to also breathe for the same amount of time. जैसे अगर आपको एक posture करने के लिए 3 seconds लग रहे हैं, तो 3 seconds के लिए breathing भी कीजिए. So merge your breath with the posture. Now let's try and do this together. Coming to Namaskar Mudra again. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we will focus on the breath more and observe our breath. This time we will just do the same way how it should be with the breath. So first exhale in pranam. Now inhale, bend backwards, Hastottan. Exhale, bend forward, Padhastasana. Inhale, take the right leg back, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, feet together, plank position. Once you exhaled, hold your breath in Ashtang Namaskar. In Ashtang Namaskar, neither you're breathing in nor you're breathing out. Exhale, hold. Now, inhale up in Bhujanga again. सांस भरेंगे भुजंग में. And exhale in Parvatasana. Lovely. Inhale, right leg forward, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, left foot forward, Padhastasana. Inhale, backward bend, Hastottan. And exhale, Namaskar. So this is one complete round when we just flow with the breath. Sometimes we hold the postures longer because we want to feel that effect of that posture a little more. But right now we will do one more round with the same pace. Okay? This time try to go back with opening the chest a little and then bending a little more back with the middle and lower back as well. We did not do it in the earlier rounds because the back was not so warm. Now probably the back has become more warm. So you can use the lower back bending as well apart from the upper back bending. Okay, let's go for the 4th round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale one more time. Center yourself in Pranam Mudra. And exhale. Inhale, backward bend. Open the chest as much as you can. Exhale, stretch your arms forward and fold forward. Exhale, bend. Inhale, left leg back. Stretch your leg back. Exhale, feet together. Hold the breath in Ashtanga Namaskar. Chin, chest, forehead down. Inhale, Bhujang. Feet together, roll the shoulders back, chest up. Tuck the toes in. Exhale, push your hips back. Parvatasana. Inhale, left foot forward. Ashvasanchalan. Exhale, right foot forward. Padhastasana. Inhale, join the palms, backward bend. Open the chest. And exhale into Namaskar. Completing your 4 rounds of Surya Namaskar. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. And simply relax. You can take a sitting posture. Any sitting posture is fine. I always prefer using a block, a cushion, a pillow, क्योंकि उससे naturally spine straight रहती है. So use that if you want and relax. Just take few moments here, take few breaths here to observe your body. See what has happened, what changes have happened in the body. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. While you're observing, see how each and every part of the body gets engaged when we do this flow. With all the postures from the crown of the head to the sole of the feet, all body parts are active and energized. Therefore, Surya Namaskar also activates all the crucial energy centers in the body. हमारे शरीर में 117 energy centers है. There are 117 energy centers in the body, out of which 7 are the important ones, जिसे हम चक्र भी बोलते हैं. So there are 7 important chakras or energy centers in the body. So when we practice Surya Namaskar, we activate all these energy centers, especially the crucial 7 energy centers. And as a result of that, the whole body is energized. It's as active, as radiant as Lord Surya, as sun. And that's why it is called sun salutation. It improves your metabolism, your blood circulation, the functioning of all your organs. It regulates your weight. It has so many medical benefits, so many physical benefits. But those are just byproduct. The real benefit is emotional. It's psychological. It's mental, because you're coming into balance. People who are very lethargic or feel very drained or tired or like this, they should definitely practice Surya Namaskar, because they are gonna bring up the sun energy in their body. आप सूर्य की अग्नि को, सूर्य की ऊर्जा को अपने अंदर बढ़ा रहे हैं, तो सूर्य के गुण आपके अंदर भी आएंगे जब आप सूर्य नमस्कार का अभ्यास करेंगे. So it is very crucial for you to practice this. Also, it's important to note when not to do this. When you're menstruating, or if you have high blood pressure, or if you're running high fever, or if you're pregnant, then do it under supervision. There are times when this is not going to be very helpful, because the heat in the body is already very high. So you don't want to heat the body further. तो जब आपको शरीर में अग्नि को तेज करना है तो सूर्य नमस्कार का अभ्यास करें. लेकिन अगर अग्नि ऑलरेडी बहुत तेज है, बहुत तप बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो इसको प्रैक्टिस ना करें, या धीरे मध्यम गति से, धीमी गति से प्रैक्टिस करें. कोशिश करें अवॉइड करें. If you have more questions about Surya Namaskar, then please put that in the comments below. We'll be very happy to answer them. Or you can also connect with us with the numbers given. We'll be happy to answer more questions. Before we finish this video, there's one important information and one important thing we have to do. Now you would realize कि सूर्य नमस्कार में forward bending, backward bending बहुत है. We're going forward, back, but there's one thing that it does not have, which is a twist. This floor doesn't have a twisting posture. So always after the Surya Namaskar, add a little twist to align the spine. So we'll practice one last pose called Vakrasana to realign and neutralize the spine. So now let's do Vakrasana. For that, you can use a cushion, a pillow, or a block. Sit on a raised platform so that the lower back is already lengthened. Now we'll extend the right leg in the front, stretch the heel of the right foot out, and point the toes of the right foot towards your face. Hug your left knee close to the chest and grab your left leg with the right arm, like you're hugging your left knee with the right arm. So your left hand is automatically free. You can take this as a support and twist, look back. Don't lean on your hand. आपको उस पे भार नहीं डालना है. Keep the spine straight and gently twist. The idea is to reach up from the crown of the head, keeping the energy of the body high. So just experience the gentle spinal twist. This is very essential to neutralize the spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Gently release. Now we'll shift to the other leg. Stretch the left leg in the front. Hug your right knee. And use your left arm to hug this knee, the right knee, and twist, look back from the right side. So whichever knee you're hugging, you're twisting back from the same side. The idea is to just relax the spine. Push the heel out of the lower leg so it's equally active as the upper. Breathe in. Breathe out. सांस भरेंगे और छोड़ेंगे. Twist the spine. And release. Relax. Now you can take any comfortable sitting position. This is very essential to decompress the spine, to relax the spine after Surya Namaskar. Just in case if you might have, or by chance have overpushed or overpulled something, then the body comes back to neutral. So we'll take a few deep breaths to just observe how we feel now. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Just observe, and whenever you feel normal, you can open the eyes. Please understand one more thing. Everybody should not be doing same rounds of Surya Namaskar. That's a most often asked question कि सूर्य नमस्कार के कितने rounds करने चाहिए. It depends on your body, it depends on the season, it depends on your condition. So always take advice from a teacher. Consult a good teacher so they will tell you how much is good for your body type as per your condition. That's why even though you're practicing online with these videos right now, it's still very crucial to go to an experienced teacher and practice with them. Okay, so each body type is different. For some people, 4 to 6 rounds are enough, 6 to 8 for some. But if you're looking to do this for a different objective, you might end up doing 10 to 12 rounds as well. Another common question that people ask is, should we do 108 Surya Namaskars? The answer is no. Bilkul bhi nahi. 108 Surya Namaskars are to be done only during the transition of the sun cycle along, or I would say transition of the season, when the sun is going away from the earth and when the sun comes closer to the earth. That is the only two times when the season is changing from summers to winters or winters to summers. That's the time you need to change, or your body needs to change and prepare itself for the transition. That's the time you do 108 Surya Namaskars. Not every day, not required, because this is not required. There's so many more things that in yoga that we need to accomplish apart from Surya Namaskar. Although it's very holistic, it's very powerful, not denying the fact it's one of the best flows available, but still और भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं yoga में. So practice those as well. And if you still have more questions, I'll be very happy to answer. Like I said, leave us a comment. Share this video with those people who you have seen doing Surya Namaskars, but they probably are doing too fast, too slow, not using the breath. Educate them, help them understand the right way of doing it, and also spread all the love and smiles. With this, we have come to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep practicing yoga and namaste.